Hey there, I'm Michael Goodrum, and these are 3 for-profit marketing strategies that your nonprofit should at least be testing. Number 1 is lead magnets. So a lead magnet is a piece of content that is extremely valuable that you share in exchange for a user's contact information. So to give you a real-life example, here at Community Boost, last year before year end, we created this thing called the Facebook Blueprint, where we had everyone on our team who was strong at Facebook advertising contribute to, and it became this guide, if you had never run a Facebook campaign before, of how to, from scratch, create ads, create audiences that would reach the right people to donate. And all we asked for in exchange for this piece of content was the nonprofit's point of contact information, a little bit about the nonprofit, and of course their email address. And then on our end, those that we felt might be good partners, we followed up with to see if they'd be interested in working with us. So every single nonprofit that I've ever met has been around for long enough that they've learned really incredible things about their programming, about their mission, about the people that they help impact. And so what if you compiled all of those things into a fact sheet or a report or some kind of guide? And I'm not talking about a report like your financial statements or those kinds of things, but you put it into a format that would actually be really interesting for people who are visiting your site for the first time to learn about. Take information that your nonprofit is a thought leader on, compile it into some kind of a PDF or a guide, and then offer it on your site through maybe a scroll box or a smart bar. We have tons of other videos on conversion design. We'll actually link some of those down in the description of this video. And in exchange for a new potential supporter's contact information, give them this piece of content. So number 2, remarketing. This is, of the 3 that I'm going to go over today, probably the one that you need to implement the fastest because it just captures such low-hanging fruit. Think of the last time that you were on Amazon and you went to put something in your cart and then for whatever reason you didn't end up purchasing it. Maybe you got distracted, you realized you didn't have your wallet on you, you realized that you were accidentally in your mom's Amazon Prime account instead. Whatever the reason, you didn't end up purchasing that thing that was in your cart. Well, what if every single time that somebody went to complete a donation with you, but then for whatever reason they didn't, you were able to follow up with them in various methods around the internet to make sure that they had the best possible chance to actually do so. So there's a few different channels that you want to keep in mind. Truthfully, we'd recommend you do all of these, but number 1 is display advertising on Google. So those banner ads that will follow you around. I'm sure we've all been haunted by vacuum ads when we went to buy a Hoover and then didn't. And it shows up with us on CNN.com, on all the sites that we peruse. So you're going to absolutely want to test some display advertising. If somebody makes it to your donation page but then doesn't complete that gift, it's really easy to build an audience of those people. Number 2 is abandoned cart emails. So same exact thing as you would get on Amazon or same exact thing as you'd get on good e-commerce sites. If you have the ability to with your email marketing platform, you want to be reaching out to people with an email saying like, hey, it looks like you were starting a donation but ended up not finishing it. And then asking them if there's any way that you can support them to actually do so. And then number 3, and potentially our favorite and one of the ones that we've found to have such high impact, is remarketing through Facebook and Instagram. Right? There's so many videos on this channel that talk about marketing where people's attention is actually at. A lot of people still definitely check their emails and they will definitely see those display ads like we talked about earlier, but it's hard to beat the power of social media and having a reminder to come back and complete somebody's donation right there in their social media feed. If you guys have any questions about how to set up remarketing, please feel free to ask a question in the comments. And then of course you can come visit us at communityboost.org and we're happy to have that conversation. So number 3. This might sound crazy, but a video or an ad that doesn't have any kind of an ask or maybe even really any kind of a narrative to it. So I bring this up because there have been several ad campaigns in the last few years from for-profits that really caught our eye. One of them was from this shorts brand, this male shorts brand called Chubbies. And the very first ad that I ever saw from them was of people partying and having fun at a lake and like riding around hydro jet packs, doing backflips off of boats. And you kind of didn't really know what was going on, except for at the very end, they flashed, of course, their logo across the screen. And what was really cool about that is it sort of leaves the narrative up to the user. it leaves the curiosity in your court to determine how you're supposed to feel or interpret the video. And for me, I left watching that about 30, 40-second ad with a lot of value, with a lot of fun in my heart. And so I want to challenge you to think, and again, this is more of a budget specific thing. If you don't have the budget to create something like this, that's okay. But if you do have some extra marketing dollars and you're looking to try something new this year, try creating a video that tells a story about your programming without any necessary narrative, and then test not running an appeal at the end of it. You can use Facebook and Instagram advertising to share this video with tens of thousands of new people who do not know your nonprofit. And it's really, really simple to retarget those people, like we just talked about doing remarketing, with who have watched at least 10 seconds or more of that video. So those are 3 strategies that for-profits use all the time that your nonprofit should at least test and see what happens.